Hey guys, it's Archibald Chesterfield III. It's the day after Baselworld, and I'm at the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. I'm on the 57th floor, and I'm just enjoying a bit of luxury. Before they toss me out, I'm gonna stay here and enjoy it. And I gotta tell you, fuckaroonies, what the fuck happened at Baselworld? What the fuck happened? And I was almost going to go there this year, but what a fucking letdown. What were those idiots thinking? What were those morons at Rolex thinking? What have we done? They done nothing. A two-tone Sea Dweller, and they're going to put a Jubilee bracelet on the Batman. Big deal. What a letdown. What a just a annoying situation. What were they thinking? They could have done so much. And I don't think they really care. They don't really care. They don't care at all. They don't care one iota. What the punters think. What do the punters think? I'm let down. I'm really let down. And as for Tudor, let's not even talk about Tudor. This was a disaster. I don't know what to say, guys. It's a disaster. An absolute disaster. But I'm 57 floors up, and I gotta tell you, I'm in Singers having fun. Thank God I didn't waste my time going to Baselworld. Hey guys, I'm in Singapore, and what's happened is, guys, I was going to go to Baselworld, and I have abandoned my trip halfway through. I'm with my friend, collector, raconteur, and Dave, what do you think of the releases? Fucking disappointing is my opinion.
Boring.
Absolutely boring. What the fuck was happened? They had the chance. The thing that shocks me is last year Omega was the sour bitch. They released nothing exciting, and they
didn't even turn up this year.
They didn't turn up this year. Dave, we're talking Rolex. Speaking of which, I've taken mine off. Fuck, I need my Rolex back.
You need the bluesy.
Do you reckon I need my bluesy?
Where did you put it?
I'll go and get it. Just stop this video, I'll go and get it, okay? You want me to get my bluesy?
Yeah.
I need my bluesy. Okay, I invented the wristwatch check. Here we go. I'm wearing what am I wearing, Dave?
A pre-ceramic bluesy.
What did you think of this watch? Tell me, it came from you.
I think it's a gorgeous watch. I really like it.
You think I paid too much for it?
No, of course not, because you bought it from me.
There we go, fuckers. Okay, Razzle Dazzle Baselworld, what is your opinion? You're a serious collector.
I'm bored.
You're
of
bored?
The new ones, yeah.
Well, I mean, look, let's be honest there. They've introduced some Datejust 36. Who the fuck
cares?
Who the fuck cares about 36mm fucking date? 36mm was supposed to be for the bitches. Remember, a couple of years ago, they actually released 36mm with little flowery diamonds and hearts and that there, because it was for the fat bitches.
Oh, okay.
No, it was, but what happened was, the bitches weren't that fat and they wanted 34mm.
Oh.
So it kind of, the whole world went crazy. We went crazy big, right? That's when the deep
but
sea.
the Asian market came on, and Asian people.
No, but Asian
thinner.
No, that's why the 36mm. But the 36mm, I mean, let's face it. Who the fuck cares about Datejust 36mm? What we want to talk about is Rolex Sports. That's all that matters. So what have we done? Sport. Okay, so let's look at the first thing they've done is the Yachtmaster 42. So firstly, this is a Yachtmaster 1. It's not the Yachtmaster 2, which is the complicated regatta complication, you know, which no one under fucking stands what the fuck it does. But Yachtmaster the 42 is actually like a Submariner. It's got the rotating bezel. I like the size. I think 42
is a good size.
It's a good size. And I think it's kind of sexy. It's in white gold. I'm disappointed it's not in steel. I think if it was in steel, it would be a winner. Tell me this, the bezel insert, now with the Yachtmaster 1 used to have a platinum insert, the platinum. This is actually a rubber. What sort of insert is that? Is it rubber? Is it, what the fuck is it?
Cerakote bezel.
Okay, so it's
in a matte black ceramic. That's what they say.
Okay. The matte black is to match the rubber strap, the Oyster Flex.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but I kind of think...
It looks like rubber though. I know it's not rubber.
No. So the bezel is ceramic.
Yeah.
The Oyster Flex is the rubber strap.
Yeah. And they've made that in a coating.
They've made that to match. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You've got to give them points for that. Winner? Would you want one? You know, no one knows this, but Dave is a huge gold fan. You've got how many gold Rolex?
Oh, a few. I don't want haters to come after me.
Okay.
There's haters out there. I've got a few. Yeah.
You got a few.
Over 5. Yeah.
Over 5 solid gold.
Yeah, which I like.
You like?
I've got a 90s Yachtmaster.
You have solid gold Yachtmaster.
Yeah.
That's right.
Would I buy this over that? No. I know this will be cheaper, I guess, but I don't know.
Well, not cheaper on the used market.
No.
But tell me this: is it cool? I think it's cool. I actually like the ceramic bezel.
Yes, it looks very nice.
However,
I prefer the Yachtmaster Blue 40. That's me. On the steel bracelet.
So let's be honest there. The Yachtmaster 42, it's in white gold.
That is cool.
I think it's going to be too expensive, but that's not going to be. That'd have to be what? How that'd have to be the 30s? Aussie dollars we're talking. What do you think?
Yeah, well, if you're saying it like
what's the other? The Oyster Flex
on rose gold. Yeah, so they've got that on rose gold.
What's that?
Because
this would be.
That's about 34,000.
This is Aussie dollars. 30.
Yeah. So I would think this would be, but the bezel with the other one has got rose gold in the bezel. I think in the other Yachtmaster. So this one doesn't have that. So maybe it's a bit cheap.
But it's slightly larger, so they could argue. Okay, so look. Let's look at this.
But who fucking cares about the Yachtmaster range? Let's be honest.
The Yachtmaster 42mm white gold. Yeah, it's nice. I reckon they should have done that in steel.
Yeah.
Because it would have kicked ass in steel. Okay, the next piece they've released is, let's talk about the GMT Master 2. We'll come back to the two-tone Sea Dweller in a minute, but the GMT Master 2, there was a lot of talk about them dropping the Batman. And the funny thing is they've dropped the black.
I think that's a sexy watch. I really like that.
I think that's a sleeper. So does that mean the blacks are going to go up? Because everyone was saying if the Batman's dropped, it'll mean they'll go up.
Well, dealers now, I saw an Australian dealer just sold one, and they were saying that today they had that listed, and they said that they think that will become a collectible watch.
Anything that's dropped off the list will become collectible.
Like, it was exactly like a Batman without the bezel. The bezel will change, and the hand was.
Yeah. So let's get this right. The black, which is a classic, they did that in pre-ceramic.
Yes.
It's Gonski. Absolutely Gonski.
They don't make any of the steel in the stainless steel.
They don't do the oyster bracelet anymore. It's all in Jubilee, which I don't know. What do you think of that?
Well, they got such a big.
Admittedly, it's not a concealed.
Last year
it's not a
Pepsi. That was a big buzz. And
yeah.
This seems to be.
No, but what is the bracelet on the Pepsi with the Jubilee? That's got a clasp or it's a conceal? I can't remember. What is that?
Yeah.
I think that's concealed. It's not concealed. I think it's got a clasp actually. Jeez.
Well, they are saying on here with the Batman that it's got the oyster clasp.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I'm wondering, does the Pepsi have that on?
I've seen a few. I've held a few steel Pepsis in my hand.
Well, you didn't go into the ADs and just buy one.
You can't get one, can you?
We've got into a few here. They have
no steel sports. Absolutely no steel sports.
I find it strange that they did the Batman on. It looks nice.
I got to tell you. So now you've got the Pepsi, and you got the Batman.
Yeah.
The big thing was people were wanting the Coke.
Yes,
that would have been a game changer.
And they didn't discontinue the Batman. Everyone was going crazy. The Batman. Was going up.
Actually, I think the Pepsi has a clasp on it. I think it does actually. Sorry,
I'm just having a look.
Yeah, just confirming it for the audience.
It's organised this before.
No. That doesn't matter. Dave, it's a lie. This is not rehearsed. You don't want to. No, we're just double checking it. We're just double checking it. But I got to tell you, I'm very.
It says a folding oyster lock safety clasp.
Okay, it did. Okay, fair enough. The Pepsi itself, I think, is a beautiful watch, and it was kind of unique. It was on the Jubilee. The Batman on the Jubilee, what do you think? Now, the interesting thing is, people are saying,
what's it going to do to prices?
What about if you want to fit an oyster bracelet to this watch? You know what's actually happened? I don't know if you know this. Many years ago, with all the Rolex watches, you could fit any bracelet you wanted. Like, I have seen a gold GMT with a president bracelet. Oh. And it was correct because the president technically was a no-holes case. The GMT was a holes case in solid gold. Oh, this is from the 70s. Yeah. And the underneath it was actually for a no-holes case. So you could actually tell it wasn't a retrofitted one. This was a proper factory. So what the thing I'm trying to say is that me and Scotty, crazy Scotty, he has a 39mm Oyster Explorer 1, and he also had a Batman, and he always hated the polished center links. Oh. So he wanted to fit the bracelet of an Explorer 1, because it's the same width length, at the end link, right?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't actually fit. So they've engineered it so you can't just swap bracelets between the range. Oh. And I dare say you won't be able to put an Oyster.
I bet you won't be able to.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Rolex.
And Rolex is also, one thing I found too interesting, you know how people like to put NATOs on? Mm. I tried to put a NATO on an Explorer 1 39mm, and it couldn't really fit in well. Where they've positioned the holes, it's not really meant to put other strap options on it.
Are they maybe trying to distinguish the GMT completely from the Submariner? Because the Submariner doesn't have a Jubilee.
The other thing is they could be really trying to promote the Explorer line, because the Explorer's got the Oyster bracelet.
Yes, true.
You know, the thing I said years ago at a Baselworld was, what about if they had a two-tone Explorer 2? Maybe next year we could see an Explorer 2.
And what happened to all the... They said there was going to be a massive change to the Submariner. Nothing.
Not a thing. I can't believe it. Can you believe it?
No, no.
Is that disappointing? What's the biggest disappointment for you? Well, what do you think? How do you're a serious Rolex lover, Rolex collector. The thing is, it doesn't matter what they release. It's not going to be available for normal people to get, is it?
No, no.
It's not really
well, maybe
available.
Rolex say don't change too much what is already a good model, a good product, and then if they produce more of the Submariners, everyone would buy them, and they're a classic watch. So maybe they thought, oh, we won't change them, but.
Yeah, I got to say, overall, I would say very disappointing.
I would like to see a Coke. I think a Coke would have been nice.
Yeah, a Coke would have been lovely.
I didn't believe that they were going to get rid of the Batman, because...
But can you believe they got rid of the black? I wasn't prepared for that.
No, I wasn't prepared for that at all.
I thought
there was a few little feelers that might be happening, so yeah, I'm surprised. I've always liked the black. I think it's a classic with the green and the dial. I think it's very nice. But
I do. I must admit, I've had that two-tone one, for Stephen Brooks.
Mm.
I enjoyed that, which sold to a doctor in Perth. That went to a lucky doctor in Perth. And I got to tell you, the good doctor, that's got the beautiful green 24-hour hand as well, and I think that looks superb in two-tone. But what do I think, really? I think, to be honest with you, I'm fucking disappointed. I am fucking disappointed.
Well, they did nothing in Submariner, and
they could have done so many cool things.
Daytona, they haven't done anything. They could have done a two-tone ceramic Daytona. If they really wanted to. If they did a two-tone sky.
I don't know why they would.
But they did nothing in the Daytona range at all, and the Submariner, which are the two iconic models.
Well,
the Rolex, do they really care about that?
I would have liked them to bring out like a Paul Newman type dial.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice in a modern? In a steel,
Yes,
wouldn't that be
Oyster Flex?
Wouldn't that be fucking amazing? It's sort of. But so basically, guys, I gotta call it. I mean, I was very impressed last year with Rolex.
Yeah, they came out with some really.
They fucking heavy hitted, complete game changer by bringing out a Tudor GMT and the Pepsi. That was a fucking stroke of genius.
But also.
And I gotta be honest with you. They fucking did nothing. They fucking dropped the ball. I don't know about you. How would you give this year? I actually had a friend of mine, Descartes.
Yeah.
He's that lawyer, very successful lawyer.
Yeah.
He's the guy who got the platinum Daytona. Did you know that?
Wow. Excellent.
And he's in Switzerland for work.
Mm-hmm.
He said he may not even go to Baselworld. That's how fucking shitty he is at the whole thing. I said to him, don't be stupid, go. But I got to be honest with you, Rolex, fucking pull your finger out. What do you think?
Yeah.
As a serious collector, you're a serious collector.
I think the only thing that was more disappointing was maybe Tudor. Tudor's releases were just ridiculous.
We'll talk about that in the next video.
Yes,
but that's Rolex. Out of 10, what would you give them? Last year,
Game changer, as you said.
Game changer. I mean, we're talking 11.
Yeah.
Right? This year, 2 or 3 out of 10.
Yes.
Very, very disappointed.
Are they interested in your opinion though?
Who cares? Who knows? But I'm telling you, very fucking disappointed.
What about we haven't talked about the Sea Dweller two-tone. Sorry.
Let's talk about that. That is you're someone who loves. You've got a red Sea Dweller, don't you? Do you still have that?
No, I've got one, but I have had one. I've had the Sea
You've
Dweller.
had it twice, haven't you?
I ended up going to get a pre-ceramic. I think the pre-ceramics are more.
Yes.
The Sea Dwellers are very.
Is it a game changer? I find it. See, what they're trying to do is the Sea Dweller used to be a complete tool watch, whereas the deep sea range is kind of there.
Yeah. And they haven't got. Everyone talked about them getting rid of the deep sea. They haven't done anything with the deep sea. And then out of the blue, they come out with a
two-tone.
Like a two-tone.
I like it. I
It's a
actually,
nice one.
I must admit, I like the 43mm size. I think the way they tapered the case is very nice.
And the gold sea dweller rider.
Yes,
It's quite
yes,
nice.
it is a very sexy piece. How do I feel about my bluesy now that, I must admit, I do like a bit of two-tone.
Yeah, you've gone a bit two-tone-ish.
In middle age, I'm 47 in October.
Yeah.
So two-tone is the way to go.
But would you get that over
A bluesy?
A bluesy? No.
I'd still get the bluesy.
And the bluesy's a couple of $1,000 cheaper.
Yeah.
Would you get that over a sky dweller two-tone?
I'd get a sky dweller.
So this is the same sort of.
Well,
where does this sit? It's a bit cheaper than the sky dweller.
yeah.
It's more expensive. Than
I think it is I think what Rolex is trying to do is they're trying to bring out, for American market, they've always liked the black dials Submariners more than the blue. In the American market, Americans are normally supersized because of the hormones in the chicken, the fries with that, the Pepsi, everything is, they're fucking pigs, right? I reckon that is for an American market, because they're saying, okay, Americans are bigger.
And why don't they go for a blue dial, like in other brands?
No, America traditionally does prefer the black dial.
Oh, but
It does.
But blue dials seem to be popular in other ranges, AP and so forth. Rolex hasn't done a blue dial.
No.
Like, they've got the sky dwellers in the blue dial, which is kind of cool. But
Look, I think I actually quite
They
like.
can have a blue
I must
dial.
be honest with you. I actually do like the two-tones sea dweller.
Yeah,
I
I
like
do
it.
too.
I'm very happy it's come out. I think that's a cool watch
but
because
would you pick it over?
I think two-tone. I honestly think two-tone
It's good value.
is fucking amazing. And I got to be honest with you. I had a solid gold sub. I never felt comfortable wearing it. I always worried about stretch. With a two-tone, I just wear it, enjoy it. And I look at I do love it. I want something a bit more fancy-wancy.
And Rolex did nothing in there, like the cheaper models, like they didn't do anything.
This
with
year,
the
no, they did in previous years, because
Yeah.
they had the Oyster Perpetual went up in size to 39mm, the grey.
Well, they brought out the Air King a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that was it. What I'm disappointed with, I'll tell you one thing I'm very disappointed with, is that they haven't really helped entry level, anyone who's new to the hobby, who wants to get their first Rolex.
Yeah,
I
they
wish
come
they
up with
did something.
A little bit cheaper.
Well, you know what I would love to have seen? I suppose you can't do this. If you had something like an Air King
Yeah.
on a rubber. Cheap, because it would be cheaper, because you have the bracelet option.
True.
You know what I mean? Like a starter Rolex, that would become the new starter. I reckon that would be a mass.
But maybe Rolex are saying, well, if you can't afford ours, go to our sister brand, our sister child.
Maybe.
But that's just.
Maybe. I don't know. I just would have thought that would have been,
no, that's
instead of
good.
releasing the fucking, the Yachtmaster on the rubber, I would have loved to have seen them say, okay, here's a watch that's going to be in good supply and you know, to help enthusiasts get into the hobby, because it's fucking expensive. Dave, I'm gonna wrap it up. So basically, big disappointment this year, big letdown, and
But Rolex doesn't care.
Rolex doesn't care. Also, they had the new GMT with the new dial, in the white gold.
Yeah.
But who the fuck cares? Who can afford that shit? Who the fuck can afford that? So it's okay. We're gonna wrap it up. Big letdown live from Singapore.